Hey, what's up everyone? Kobanarani456 here today to my Let's Play on Sonic Chronicles The Dark Brotherhood for the Nintendo DS. So, last time we continued on in this world, Kron, and basically set free the, I guess, the Kron, but now we're going to continue on here. But today, I have a very special guest, so why don't you introduce yourself?
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, it's me, Some Call Me Johnny of Some Call Me Johnny and the Super Gamer Brothers and Brain Scratch commentaries here with, can I call you Kobe? I don't know, I think of the basketball player when I...
Yeah, you can call me Kobe.
I'm here with Kobe from the Los Angeles Lakers as we play a riveting game of Sonic Chronicles for the Nintendo DS.
Alright then, glad to have you here, Johnny. It's such an honor.
Well, thank you for inviting me. Good lord, it's been about 4 years since I last played this game, and I think for good reason. I'm not sure. You're in the Twilight Cage at this point, I believe, right?
Yes, I am actually. We just completed the first world of the Twilight Cage, so, but yeah. So, what do you think about this game from what you do recall from playing it?
Well, I can say that as an RPG, it was pretty by the numbers, if I could describe it as anything simple. Soundtrack is the most terrible thing I've ever heard in my life, and that says a lot because I've listened to Superman 64, and I won't say it's as bad as Big Rigs though, because there's no soundtrack at all in that game. But yeah, as an RPG, it's good for introducing the young crowd to the genre. But if you're someone like me who grew up playing, say, like Final Fantasy or Chrono Trigger, or Super Mario RPG, or Paper Mario, it leaves a lot to be desired in some areas. I will say though that it is at least a good attempt, and I'm still waiting for the sequel.
Yeah, I agree. Like what you were saying, how this game is very, very easy. It's kind of lacking in some areas compared to other RPGs, but
yeah.
Overall, for a Sonic game, and for it to kind of be for the younger audience, I thought it got the job done and did it pretty well. So
yeah, I would agree. I would definitely agree.
Yeah, and then with the whole soundtrack and all, this is well, actually, from what I know, I've never really played games like Sonic Labyrinth or anything like that. This is, though, the worst Sonic soundtrack I've ever heard. It's just abysmal.
I don't go back to play Sonic Labyrinth that often, but I think it's safe to assume that Labyrinth has a much better soundtrack. I would say any Sonic game has a much better soundtrack than Sonic Chronicles. I dare say Sonic Genesis on the Game Boy Advance.
Oh my god!
Quality music than Sonic Chron. I'm not kidding. This soundtrack is terrible, except for the battle themes. Those are the only tracks in the game that sound like they had any real effort put into it. Everything else are just horribly composed in MIDIs that you can probably find in this old website that still runs on GeoCities, if we want to go old school there.
Yes, it's terrible. In fact, the soundtrack is worse than songs from like the NES days. It's that terrible. That's funny though. Like I've never really heard the soundtrack of Sonic Genesis, but I knew that was terrible.
Yeah, Sonic Genesis compositions are pretty bad in themselves, but this doesn't compare. I'm not kidding, really. It's so bad, really, and I don't really mean to harp on a subject that's been beaten like a dead horse, but when I first heard these songs, I was visiting a forum at one point. I'm not sure if it was either Sonic Retro or the Sonic Stadium message board, and one of them were saying that they were remixes of Sonic 3D Blast's Genesis soundtrack and Sonic CD's Japanese soundtrack. And I was like, wait, what? Like, these are remixes? You're kidding? And then someone finally brought up the comparison video, synced the tracks up together, and they were right. It's like, holy, these are horrible. Like who made these? I'm not exactly sure who was the sound director for this game, and I just gotta say, I hope he didn't get a Christmas bonus this year. He doesn't deserve it. This is such a shameful mess of a soundtrack.
Yeah, I do agree. But Right now, though, we are actually going against these Nurgles right here. Basically, these guys, if they do a single attack on you, they actually replenish all of their health. So it's really bad. So thank goodness we have Cream on our team right here to actually distract these guys. But do you have, like, if you remember, do you have any favorite world or favorite moment in this game that you can recall?
Not exactly. I don't exactly remember any particular set pieces of this game. Like, I can only recall moments of frustration with certain encounters. Like, I remember I wasn't sure if it was Green Hill Zone, the overworld, or maybe it was somewhere in the middle. Before we get to the Twilight Cage, we had these random encounters with these bird-like ravens or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and those caught me off guard the first time because they did so much damage.
Yeah.
And I recall in the Twilight Cage area, I'm not sure if you've already passed the part yet or not. I can't exactly recall my progression, where they throw so many of these gizoids at you.
Yes, oh my gosh. Yeah, that's like at the last part of the game. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I didn't enjoy that. But see, the thing is, with the battle system in this game is very similar to, say, like a rhythm game that you would play in the DS, more specifically Elite Beat Agents.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure if you played or not. But it's very much similar to that. And the way the battles work, and I apologize if you already explained this to your audience earlier during this Let's Play, but it is very possible to, like, avoid every attack that's thrown at you if you're able to time the button prompts correctly. It's like Mario and Luigi, the Superstar Saga, and those sequels, in a such. And the Gizoids, if you mess up, you're dead.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. And yeah, I have played Elite Beat Agents, and whenever I played this game, I was just like, oh yes, this game plays like Elite Beat Agents. That's actually was one of my favorite games, and since I kind of played that, I had a bit of practice with it, so I kind of caught on with the whole the rhythm like gameplay with the the special moves and stuff like that, and avoiding other people's moves. So it's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah.
But
difference here, though, is that in Elite Beat Agents, if you mess up something in the rhythm, you can keep going until you times and you'll fail. This game, however, if you mess up just once, even if it's at the very end of the combo, the attack fails, and that drove me up a wall a few points, especially when say we got Cream.
Mm-hmm.
She has her broken healing abilities, and I love using them. But if you mess up at the very end, you're not getting healed, and suddenly that kid uppercutting my last party member. Got to load up the save file again.
Yep. Yeah, actually, remind me in a second to equip Cream with Ferox, because a few instances in this Let's Play, I've had problems to where I've failed with some of the move sets. Oh, darn it, I just realized I left Cream out of my party.
Are you bad?
I totally forgot. I switched her out with Big the Cat. That's it. We gotta run.
Reboot.
Yeah, because basically the only way to protect yourself from these guys is to like distract them, so that because if they attack you, like they replenish all of their health. It's like no questions asked. Like it's just gonna happen. So you're basically in an endless fight unless you distract them or stun them or something like that.
I don't get that concept. They punch you in the face and they get regenerative health.
Yeah, like what they. It's like they actually put their entire body on you and basically like absorb like health or something. Like they have really powerful leeching abilities. It's terrible.
Group hug, I see.
Group hug. Maybe that's why Big the Cat likes group hug so much.
He's stealing your soul. I knew he was the spawn of Satan.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So it does get pretty annoying. Oh darn it! I gotta actually get out of the ship. That's so annoying. I just lost my train of thought. I was going to say something, and then I forgot.
Your main priority is getting Cream back in your team right now.
Exactly.
And equip it with Fearox.
Yeah, there we go. That's it. Thank you. I was saying, yeah, the game actually in some areas does get pretty annoying with the combat. Usually, like the combat, it's pretty easy and all. But some of the enemies can just get, like, incredibly cheap later, and it's just like they're so OP'd that, even having Cream on your team sometimes isn't good enough.
Yeah, that's why you equip her with... Fearox is the child that allows you to do moves without having to input commands.
Yes, exactly.
That's why you equip it to Cream. If anyone's playing this game for the first time, Cream, Fearox, that is all you need. The other three characters do not matter. As long as you have Cream in your team, you're guaranteed victory.
Yes, yeah, because, what is it, like, I didn't equip it at first because I was just like, ooh, yeah, I'm good at this game, I don't need to do it at all, and then end up regretting it, because, I mean, while it is satisfying to do, and you're like, yes, I did some of the hardest command prompts in this game, the risk of you messing up, it's not worth it at all.
High risk, high reward, and in a Let's Play, you gotta do as many things as you can to save yourself with time, because very true, if you're able to do it without using Fearox the Chow to help you ease along the battle, then more power to you. You certainly are a lot more technically skilled than most people out there. But if it's a Let's Play, the difference between the video being 48 minutes long between 25 minutes long is whether or not you have Fearox equipped. So, for the sake of not boring your audience, equip Fearox.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's why, now I'm just like... Because at first I thought I was just perfect with it to where I didn't need to do it. And then all of a sudden when, I'm like, oh yeah, and some of these intense battles, next thing you know, I start failing. I'm just this is the Let's Play curse. I can't, even if I'm good at this, there's no hope. It's no use. So, but anyway, we're actually meeting with the Queen of the Nurgle right now so that we can get the second Chaos Emerald, because basically that's what we're doing around in the Twilight Cage. We're supposed to... try and get the Chaos Emerald so that then we can face X and all later. So,
I refresh my memory. Why exactly are the 7 Chaos Emeralds inside the Twilight Cage to begin with?
Because basically in the beginning of the game they explain how the Chaos Emeralds were all taken away from the Nocturnus. So basically it was like, Knuckles, well, they didn't have it in the video game, but they had it in the comic, to where Knuckles basically had this trap to where Tails set it up so that, they could basically entice the Nocturne to come and fall into this trap, and then they could capture them and get the rest of the Chaos Emeralds.
Was it a twig that held a box up with a piece of string?
It was almost like that. That's the funny thing. It was almost like that. It was like a bunch of leaves and then just this little like electronic trap, but it failed miserably. And then basically Knuckles got his butt owned, and then he got captured, which is why, later in the game you actually have to go and rescue him. So, but yeah, basically they got all the Chaos Emeralds, and that's how, that's why they're all in the Twilight Cage. So, because I think what they were trying to do at first, I can't recall in the story. Like, sometimes I forget some key points in the story, sadly. I think it's like to where they were actually trying to get the Master Emerald or something like that, so they could stop, the Chaos Emeralds, kind of like, and Sonic Adventure 2 and stuff like that, and games like that.
Yeah.
But they ended up failing because Ix stole the Chaos Emerald. So
I always found it weird because Ix is he wants the Chaos Emeralds for himself. Wasn't that one of the plot elements of this story, or did he not care?
He wanted the Chaos Emeralds and the Master Emeralds for himself, yeah.
Because later throughout the Twilight Cage part of the game, we're fighting these guys that pretty much are powered by Chaos Emeralds individually, and you would think that Ix would have them all around himself so he could use them to his advantage, at seeing that he's like this overlord type of character, and that always bothered me, but not to the point where I would think the story's bad, but just confusing in a sense.
Yeah, well, actually, like, what they do is, what he did was he basically kept the Chaos Emeralds in these, like, factories and all.
Yeah.
All over the, all over the Twilight Zone, to where, you know, the Kron had one, the Nurgle have one, the Zoa, which we're actually about to run into right now, have one, and then, you know, so forth and so on. And then he has the last 3 Chaos Emeralds, I believe, in his secret lair, like, in the Nocturnus colony, so... I mean, it's kind of set up like that. I think he should have, if I were an evil genius, I would have kept all 7 Chaos Emeralds near me. But, you know, I don't know. It's not that bad, but it's just like, you know.
Yeah. At the same time, I can understand why he would do it. You know, maybe he has friends in high places, or he's trying to gain the trust of these people inside the Twilight Cage, you know, so he has a bigger army as a result.
Yeah, pretty much, because he's basically kind of conquered all these, conquered all of these colonies and, you know, groups of people. And, you know, he gave them Chaos Emeralds as well to kind of get their trust a bit. So
I have conquered you. Here's a Chaos Emerald. Thanks.
Yeah.
You're okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like a way to where, you know, because it's kind of weird to where, like, you know, all of the all the colonies, they want a war against each other, but, you know, he gave them all Chaos Emeralds so that they can stay in line. They, you know, they're all basically equal,
yeah.
And so that, you know, he's basically the only ruler over them. So, you know, I guess he kind of thought it out, I guess, decently, so kind of keep him in line. But right now we're actually going against our first... oh, wow! Really? I've never failed on that. See there? Just goes to show. Let's play Curse. Yep.
You'd be surprised what it does to you. I think playing Sonic was stick so well for like these last few weeks.
Oh, man. Yeah, so... basically, we're just facing off against these guys, and they're extremely powerful, so it's always good to get them distracted so that they have a hard time hitting you.
I do like the distraction animations, like just like little bitty fireworks going out in front of your face. Granted, that would distract me too, so
yeah.
It makes sense.
Exactly. But besides, you know, like Cream the Cat and all, do you have any specific favorite characters in this game that you almost always had on your team?
Yeah, I am a particular fan of Cream the Cat. I also
Cream the Cat.
Yeah, I'm just repeating what you said. But,
oh wait, I said Cream the Cat.
Yeah, you know that was originally a fan character found in the deepest depths of DeviantArt. She was resurrected as a Sonic Chronicles character. And that would explain her Mary Sue-like capabilities, because she's so broken in this game. No, but on a serious note, yeah. But I do like Cream the Rabbit the most, only because of just how useful she is. But if I had to choose, I can't really pick specific characters individually, but rather teams. I do like Sonic and Amy together, because I do love using the fastball special co-op attack. Because the amount of damage it does in conjunction with how easy it is to perform makes it pretty easy for me to win battles, especially near end game, where you can boost up, you can buff up Sonic's physical attack. I'm not sure if fastball required Sonic to be buffed up or Amy to be buffed up, but regardless, if you can get them buffed up in the stats, then fastball can end up doing a lot of damage, and you know that just makes battles overall easier to win.
Yeah, you actually had to, it was basically a Sonic move that had Amy team up with them. But, yeah, I found it a really useful move as well. It was extremely powerful. The only problem that I have with Amy is that she has no armor-piercing moves, but that's probably because she does have a hammer.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's just like, yeah, like... You know, I would usually have Amy on my team a lot because she's, I think, the second or third most powerful character in the game. I'm not exactly sure on that, so, you know, don't. I think I know always Omega has always been the strongest character, and then it's either like Knuckles or Amy is second most powerful. So
Amy beats Big.
Yeah, Amy beats Big. Big is like I think Big is like fourth or fifth. That's the funny thing.
It
has
to be a hammer, nothing else.
I guess Big is too soft or something to where, it's like when he actually hits enemies or something, it just like, I don't know, they sink inside of him or something.
Actually, it could be running off Sonic X canon, if I recall. During that one time I actually watched the series in a marathon, it was that point where all the characters return home to their home world after something happened. It's not clear what happened, but Sonic was the last one to arrive, and Amy's pretty much wondering, where did Sonic go? And Eggman's just like taking advantage of this moment by being a very loud douche on top of the egg carrier. And I think she was on the verge of single-handedly taking down the egg carrier with nothing but her Pico hammers that she can throw like boomerangs and regenerate as many as she wants to.
Yeah.
From that alone, the third most powerful character in Sonic Chronicles. Makes total sense now.
Yep, yeah, I do remember that scene, actually. Like, it's funny, I haven't, like, whenever I play this game, it always makes me think back about, like, the Sonic TV show and stuff like that, and the comics and all, which are things I haven't watched or read in forever. Like, it's just like, because there's so many references to so many things in this game, it makes me, reminds me of all that stuff, past memories and all. So.
Yeah, actually, what's funny was that when I was actually playing this game for the first time, I did get a lot of Archie, Sonic the Hedgehog vibes. And the thing is, though, at 2008, I believe that's when this game came out, I was not even that really familiar with Archie, Sonic the Hedgehog, but I got vibes off it anyway because we have so many Echidna characters in this game.
Yeah.
We have Shade, we have Ix, we have these other, I think there's like a Chewbacca-looking guy in the Twilight Cage, and, I know the Archie comics at one point were absolutely in love with Knuckles and his race. For such a long period of time, and that kind of left an impact on people who didn't even read the Archie comics. But yeah, that's definitely what I thought of the most. And I'm wondering if the Archie Sonic the Hedgehog plots are as intricate as this game's story.
Oh yeah, most definitely. In fact, there was actually a short arc, I believe, in the Archie comics, which was kind of like based off this game. So, but it's actually starting to get a lot better, actually, with the story and all, like in the Sonic Archie comics, because I think now it's like Sally or something, like actually turned into a robot and stuff like that. So
yeah, I will completely agree, because for the longest time, I've been really, and I mean really, on and off with Archie Sonic the Hedgehog. Like, I remember reading the first few issues back when it was a combination of Sad AM and Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. And then once it started once it started falling in love with itself,
yeah,
I steered away, because at that point they introduced so many characters, so many plots, and so many twists and turns that, I get it. It's a comic universe. It's supposed to have its own mythos and expanded universe and whatnot, but it gets to a point where you see these notes on the panels that says, make sure you read Sonic 224 to understand this 30-second plot that was introduced to this page.
Yeah. And
at that point I just stopped. But after the Genesis arc, that 4-page story, which I actually did get a lot of not 4-page, 4 volume story that I actually got a kick out of. They've been doing a really good job simplifying things for the sake of not confusing your readers.
Yeah.
Like the whole Mecha Solid I do like that, and it's just been easier to follow, I guess, if I can give it that. And if you make it easier to follow, then I'll get down with whatever you're putting on the table. I'll spend the $4.99 to buy the book and add it to my collection. So yeah, definitely and the art style, thank God, is consistently good for like the last 50 issues.
Yeah, like who's I believe Tracy Yardley
Tracy
does
Yardley, I think. Also, I'm not sure if it was Ian Flynn who was also the he's a writer or a penciler. I'm not sure.
I believe Ian Flynn is the writer of the Sonic comic series. So, but yeah, they've been doing a really good job with the comics actually lately so far. So, I haven't been getting them though because my local bookstore doesn't really sell them anymore. And then it's just like, I don't know. I haven't been reading magazines as much as I used to. Like, it's just something, I don't know. I'm kind of like almost absorbed like with the internet now and stuff. So it's like, you know, I think they have it available for like iPhone and all, but I just haven't gotten around to actually buying the comics.
I don't think I'll ever get used to reading stuff off of an iPod or an e-reader of some sort. To me, there's just something nice about having a physical copy of something.
Yeah, I agree. It's just that I don't know. It's like now it's weird. I do have a collection still in my what is it? Like in my closet. Like I probably have like 70 to like 100 or so of them in my closet. But you know, I just don't pick them up that much anymore. So.
You need to put them in your bathroom. You'd be surprised how much more reading you would do in that room.
Yeah, that is true. Oh man, yeah, that's probably a good idea actually. But then again, who knows like what'll happen to it because I do live, you know, with younger siblings and all. So
see, emergency toilet paper. You're afraid.
Exactly. But man, I'm actually lost here. I have no idea what I'm doing around here. I'm just like running around. Like I see stars on the map, and it's like, where do I go? How do I get to those stars?
The stars on the map were those just plot objectives, or they also side quests as well? I don't remember much.
They basically point you to like where like certain like areas where you actually need to go to continue the story. Or if it's just like side quests, so that's basically what it is. It's basically just like a marking to like important parts of the game or side quests. So
yeah, okay.
But let's hear it here. So we're actually being confronted by one of these guys, and I should have replenished my PAL points, but oh well.
You're feeling like a daredevil.
Yeah. That's how Sonic rolls.
Yeah, well, no, that's how Sonic rolls. That's how you roll. I'm not sure if Sonic were as edgy. Yeah, he's the epitome of '90s. But I mean, let's face it, we don't have many people, anti-heroes in '90s that are still living to this day.
Yeah,
Sonic himself actually almost died in a
yeah.
Closet, so since then he's taken it easier. You know, he's like, yeah, maybe I should slow down a bit here.
Yep. Oh man, let's hear it here. So I'm gonna actually demoralize these guys right here.
You are all terrible warriors, and you shouldn't have even begun in the first place. Sir, that makes me feel bad. Powerful words. Demoralize. How do you demoralize your enemies?
I don't know. It's kind of an interesting way of just saying distract. It's like with some things they just had to make it, you know, different from other RPGs. I don't know why. Like some of the stuff that they actually name things instead, like how you said before, critical hit. It's actually called in this game, lucky.
Lucky, yeah. Why? Come on, just call it critical. We know when it's supposed to be lucky. Like, okay.
Yep. Oh well. That's Sega.
Demoralize. I defeated Ix like 3 months ago. What are you gonna do? Ix is dead? Oh, did I say that out loud?
Funny thing is that these guys actually have really good attack power, considering that I just used like distract on them with Cream the Rabbit of all people. Let me see right here though. I guess we'll just. I have like no abilities right now whatsoever. So
I'm assuming I'm assuming Cream's mom Vanilla is absolutely fine with us.
I don't even know. I never thought about it that way, but that's...
Even when they have well-established parents, they're still nowhere to be seen in the Sonic universe.
Yeah. Oh, well. Because actually, has Vanilla... She's appeared in some games before, like one of the Sonic Rush games, I think, or Sonic Advance?
She had debuted in Sonic Advance 2, along with Cream.
Oh, really?
And she hasn't been seen since.
Oh, okay. I was almost positive she was in Sonic Rush just for a quick moment so that she could tell Cream, you can go with Blaze, the cat.
What stranger did you bring home today, honey? Yeah, actually, you're right. She did make a small appearance in Sonic Rush during Blaze's story. You're right, as I recall.
All right. Yeah, that's what I thought, but I couldn't recall because I don't play the Sonic handheld games that much, which is, you know, I don't know. I've just always played the console games more. Those always capture my attention more, and you know, usually are more entertaining for me. So,
well, if you want a more solid conclusion, what you could do is that you could play Sonic Advance 2, get all 7 Chaos Emeralds, which I know is a chore in itself, and then in the beginning of the Super Sonic stage, you know, they have the establishing shot of Vanilla the Rabbit getting sucked in by Eggman's shrimp mobile.
what?
Then you can turn the game off, and that'll be your ending. she just gets abducted.
Oh,
closure.
Oh wow, that's funny. I don't recall Sonic Advance because I don't even recall her being in the game. But
yeah, well, see that she really just is there to serve as the damsel in distress for this, just for the final story. She gets abducted by Eggman's. I call it the shrimp mobile because that's what it looks like. It looks like a giant shrimp.
yeah,
And she ends up getting rescued by Sonic at the end. There's even a sequence where both of them are falling from the outer rims of space towards the floor. And the only thing Sonic needed to do to save Vanilla was just to grab hands, and then he lands safely on his feet of 100,000 miles in the air. Bottomless pit's an issue again in the Sonic universe?
welcome to the Sonic team. We make games, I think. Oh yeah, yeah. I found that funny, like how, you know, Sonic can just survive any fall or anything in space. It's like no problem for him whatsoever.
But he can't take a motobug to the face.
Yeah. That makes him drop all his money.
Yeah. That's why he can never hold a job. That's why he's such a loner.
That's probably why they made that old series Sonic for Hire. Oh, there we go. I was about to say, did we just fail on that right there? But there we go. We actually defeated them. Like, those guys are so annoying. I see why they give us 3,000 experience points.
In the Let's Play, there is no failures. There are only edits.
Let's see right here. I don't know what to upgrade. Like, do you like the Whirlwind or Blue Bomber or any of these moves at all? Or
if I could remember them for the moment, I don't know. Look towards Blue Bomber because that reminds me of Mega Man. But I don't know. It really depends on what you prefer. I'm also going to be completely honest. The screen share on Skype kind of froze like 10 minutes ago. I've been staring at the exact same image for like 10 minutes now.
Oh my gosh!
Just
Okay, let me restart the screen share quickly. Oh my gosh. Okay, can you see it now?
Oh, there you go. Full motion.
Alright, sweet. I usually never have problems with screen sharing, but I guess it lagged out there. Oh my gosh. Let's see it here. I guess I'll just go on and solve this puzzle quickly, and then we'll go ahead and end off the video right here. So, gotta talk to this dude. So, oh, this puzzle. This was actually one of the puzzles that was actually pretty annoying in this game. Like, most of them are just so easy. Like, a kindergartner could do it, but this actually got confusing at times.
This is actually bringing back a bit of memory here, but I still don't exactly. You had to press this. Was it you had to press the button with a specific character, or did you have to like have the numbers in a specific order?
It has something like, let me see right here. It has something to do to where you have to remember the pattern for the code. Like it has right here, like 5, then 1, then 2 equals 7. So it's kind of like, I don't know. That's a weird thing.
Well, that's not even right. That's 8.
Yeah, exactly. It's like one of them subtracts or something, I think. Or oh no, one multiplies and then one adds. That's right. Okay, so it's kind of like this. Like, see right here, you'd do 8 right here, and then it'd be 7. You see that? Like 4 times 2 equals 8. It's math in a Sonic game.
5 times 1 equals 5 plus 2 equals 7.
Yep.
4
exactly.
times 2 is.
Oh wait, I'm confused now. I'm confused now. Oh gosh. Now I don't even know. Oh my, wow. Well, let's just do it.
Welcome to Sonic's Elementary Functions.
Oh my gosh, what is it? 8? Nope. Nope. That isn't it. Okay, let's see it here. So, okay, this is plus 10, then minus 4. So, this is like 10 minus 4, 6. Okay. So, I'm guessing this is going to be 3? Like, I don't know how this puzzle works out. Let's see it. There we go.
There we go. Okay.
That's it.
You have successfully completed your math course, Sonic.
Oh my gosh, that was it. I was confused by it at first, but wow.
BioWare is at least observant of the fact that kids neglect their studies to play video games. So it's like they're going to make him make up for it.
Yeah, plus it's also an excuse for little kids where they could be like, but mommy, I was doing my math. Were you now? Yeah. And then secretly he's playing Sonic, the Chronicles, Dark Brotherhood. Oh man. But this video is actually getting pretty long, so I guess we should go on and end it off right here. So thank you all so much for watching. Please remember to comment, like, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more vids, walkthroughs, and updates, and more parts of this Let's Play. And thank you once again, Johnny, for joining me. Like I said, it was a real honor and a real treat to have you co-com with me.
Thank you very much again for inviting me. And, always willing to help you guys out. With stuff like this, especially with a game that I have not played in 4 years, because it's always good. It's always refreshing to go back to a game that I have some memories with, but not many of them to start with to have a real coherent Let's Play.
Yeah. Exactly. Is there anything else you'd like to say, like about your channels, or?
Yeah. Typical plugs here. If you guys are interested in reviews, especially in the Sonic universe, Metroid, or Mario for that matter, or Castlevania, you can go to my review channel at youtube.com/SomecallmeJohnny. Or if you want LPs of a more raunchy or mature taste, you can head to my Let's Play channel, which is youtube.com/SGBLikesToPlay. Forgive me for the name, but I was a stupid kid back then. But yeah, and if I have one more channel plug, I would same kind of spiel. You could check out youtube.com/BrainScratchComs, where we pretty much do the same thing as SGB Likes to Play, only it's post commentary, and there are 4 of us instead of 3.
Alright then, so yeah, make sure to go check out his channels. He does some really, really good content, and he's a very big Sonic fan, like myself, so definitely go check out his work. So
thank you very much.
Alright then, well, I guess that does it for this video, so thanks again for watching. See you all, have a good day, peace!